Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming my July anti-haul. Every month I sit down and talk about all the makeup products that I thought were just straight up trash, or for some reason I decided to pass on them. So if that sounds good to you, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I love focusing on new eyeshadow palettes. I'm usually always swatching a palette or playing with something new. So this is my way to take a little break from that, kind of rationalize my thought process on different palettes, tell you guys why I picked something up, why I decided to pass on that. So every month I film this. I also film Shop My Stash videos and lots of testing new makeup videos. So if all that sounds good to you, if that sounds interesting, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. So if you guys are dying to know what eyeshadow is on my eyes today, I'm actually wearing a new palette. This has not been announced at the time I'm filming this video, but by the time you guys see this anti-haul, this palette will already be available for purchase. So this is the Sorcerer palette from Fenty Cosmetica, and this is their new palette. This is the same brand that did the Druid palette, which I have right here. I also now have a code with them, so if you use the code KHMAKEUP, you will save some money and I will make a small commission. So this is what's on my eyes today. I do have a video with it, so I'll try and remember to link it down below in case you guys are curious. But you guys know me, I love a good eyeshadow palette. I had to talk about it. And now let's get into the anti-haul, because I'm sure there's a lot of trashy products that I get to roast. Okay friends, so let's start off strong with the Makeup Revolution or I Heart Revolution and Looney Tunes collection. So I had talked about this in a new makeup releases video, and I am a big fan of Looney Tunes. I love all the characters. I think my 16-year-old self would have been so here for this collection, because they did a palette for most of my favorite characters like Bugs Bunny, Sylvester, Tweety Bird. Like, I was obsessed when I was a kid. I can easily say that. And I actually don't think the color stories are that bad. I just don't think that I Heart Revolution has the best formula as far as palettes go. Also, oh my gosh, did you guys see the brush set is a carrot? Oh my god, that's so cute. The little pouch is in the shape of a carrot, and then all the brushes are orange. That's so freaking cute. Like, I actually don't think they did a horrible job with this. I mean, let's not forget, this is the brand that bought us the cheese collection, so this is definitely a step in the right direction. There are quite a few things. So there's a large palette, there's some mini palettes, there's a highlighter palette, lip oils, and then we've got the brush set, cosmetic bag, which is so cute, and a sponge set. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on all of this, but I do think it's actually pretty cute. But overall, I just haven't had the best luck with I Heart Revolution, so it's a pass for me. Next is this palette from Louise. So it's called the Money Shot Eyeshadow Palette, $59, double drawers, 42 eyeshadow pan palette of rich green tones with reflective shimmers and deep matte finishes. So I will say, as a green lover, this palette basically covers the full spectrum of green eyeshadows. And as much as I love green eyeshadows, I definitely don't need this palette. I recently picked up the Earthy palette from Beaute. That is also a 42 pan eyeshadow palette, and I've only played with that palette like 1 time or 2 times, so I have no business picking this up. I also will say that Louise palettes are so chunky and bulky, and they're so heavy, they almost feel as big as a brick. So yeah, I just don't feel like I need to clutter up my collection with Louise palettes. You guys will have to let me know if you guys are big fans of green eyeshadows. Is this something you're interested in? Because even though I love green eyeshadows, I can still say no to this palette because it's just obnoxious, and I know I'm not going to get enough use out of it to justify buying it. Okay, the next thing we're anti-hauling is the new collection from Winky Lux. This is their collaboration with Applebee's. Now, they launched 4 sauce-inspired lip glosses. So there's Get Me Hot Buffalo, Sweet Chili Kiss, Be My Honey Pepper, and Honey Barbecue Tea. I think that the browns and the orangey shades are super, super pretty. Is this something I'm interested in? No. Did they nail it? I think so. I mean, I am a big fan of sauces, and wings in general. So I think it's really cute. Something different, you know. I feel like there's so many IPs that get the same collaborations over and over again. So it's kind of fun to see something like this. And if you're a foodie, I can totally see this being appealing to you. Next, we have the Everglass Lip Dew from Cosmetics. It's a glass-like shine, lightweight gloss serum gel hybrid with the luxurious comfort of a balm, enriched with jojoba and rosehip seed oil. Our super hydrating, ultra smooth, never sticky gloss is $22. So they have quite a few shades. I haven't really been interested in Cosmetics for quite some time. I feel like they really make products for lighter skin tones. Not that you can't make them work, because I have seen people with skin tones deeper than mine purchase from Cosmetics. It's just not my vibe, so I did pass on those, and those glosses really didn't catch my attention. Next, I'm anti-hauling this collection from Givenchy and Trixie Mattel. So they teamed up for the BFF Forever collection. So there's an artistry palette, matte liquid lipstick. There's also some blushes, highlighters, and a fan. I think this particular palette looks very chaotic. I don't feel like there's a color story there. Just looks like they picked out a bunch of their favorite colors. It's like 2 rows of neutrals and then 3 rows of like fun colors. If those neons are as bright as they look like in the promo shot, that would be really cool. But yeah, overall, I think this collection is very average, so it's an easy pass for me. Next, we have the RMS Revolve Natural Finish Liquid Foundation. It's a silicone-free, skincare-infused daily wear liquid foundation. I was curious about this because I have been loving the RMS blushes. They're so beautiful. I have 4 shades of them. So I never used to be interested in RMS, and then I bought the blushes, and I don't know, now they're kind of a brand I'm keeping tabs on. And so this foundation does sound interesting, but I've been loving the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, so I decided to go ahead and pass on this foundation as well. Next, from Chantecaille, I feel like there's nothing to do with this collection but roast it. So there is the Jaguar collection and the Cougar collection. They're super beautiful. I love Chantecaille's packaging. I will say their price point is a little bit out of my budget. Like, don't get me wrong, I will buy a Pat McGrath palette any day, but I don't know, I feel like I get good-ish bang for my buck with Pat McGrath. At least these are 4 eyeshadows for $75. That's pretty steep. I had mentioned this collection in a new makeup releases video, and one of you also made a really good comment that you're not the biggest fan of their whole like giving aspect. Like, overall it's a nice idea, but it's not like they give a ton of money to charity. So basically, I think if I interpreted that comment right, you were saying that don't feel the need to buy this makeup because they're giving it to charity. You're better off donating, which is always the case. So yeah, I mean, you guys can decide what you want to decide with that. But for me, I just thought it was very expensive, and the shadows just didn't look like they were packing a punch, in my opinion. So we have the Katheleenlights and Il Makiage collection. This is a 15-pan eyeshadow palette. There's eyeliners and metallic stickers. I started watching her video, but I think I must have lost track because I didn't finish it, so I don't really know much about this collection. I did recently see, though, that it is available for pre-order, and the pre-order price was like $70-something, and then once the pre-order ends, it's gonna go up to like $80, so that's a little bit intense. I feel like Katheleenlights has always kind of been in that drugstore kind of pricing point because that's kind of where she got her start. Like, when I used to watch her channel more often back in the day, she would play with a lot of drugstores, so I'm very surprised she's going to that $72 price point. But I think Il Makiage is kind of one of those brands that are more like international. Maybe they're bigger overseas. I don't know much about them. So yeah, it's just not something I'm interested in, so easy pass on that. Now, these are something I really want, but I'm going to anti-haul them because I'm on an unspoken blush no-buy. So these are from the brand Rose Inc. And she launched new shades of her cream blush and new shades of her cream highlighter. These shades look right up my alley. They kind of look very fall-esque. And what I think I might do is actually pick one or two up during the Sephora sale in November because I love a good cream blush and I want to try them all. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and anti-haul that for now, but I definitely see myself trying it in the future. Next we have from YSL, they have the Bold High Pigment Lipsticks. Ultra pigmented satin lipsticks with buildable shine finish with red, floral, and grape oil. Helps lips feel comfortable and moisturized for up to 10 hours. I am so curious what makes people buy luxury lipsticks, especially because there's so many good formulas that are in like the drugstore and the kind of high-end price point, but also a lot of really good indie formulas. I love my lip clays. I love Propa Beauty. Sigma Beauty has great lipsticks. Glamlite has good lipsticks. So seeing these YSL lipsticks really got me thinking, why do people buy luxury lipsticks? Maybe it's because you want to treat yourself to something nice, but you can't quite afford like the clothing or the purses from a brand like YSL. So you kind of start off with the makeup line. That kind of makes sense to me. But I feel like a satin bold lipstick exists already in so many places and at so many different price points that it just doesn't make sense to pick these up. I'm guessing they're probably, oh yeah, they're like 40 bucks. So that's pretty expensive for a lipstick, and I just think you can find way better quality at different price points, especially with indie. Okay, next is one that I really wanted, but I actually ended up passing on this. So this is the new Colourpop On The List collection. So there's an eyeshadow palette, 6 luxe lipsticks, and 4 color sticks. This one did come to Ulta, I believe, and I don't know, there was something about the packaging I think that really drew me in. You guys know I'm such a fan of like green foliage and all of the things, so it really almost got me. Like I was like, should I go to Ulta today, pick this up and make a video? And then I was like, girl, you do not need that kind of stress in your life, so I decided to pass on it. But I think it's so cute. And yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it, but I think it's so cute and I kind of regret not buying it. Next from Colourpop as well, we have the Clay Cool collection. This is a terracotta inspired collection. So there's a palette, blotted lips, and some Super Shock bronzers. So this collection is really cute. Definitely not something I'm going to place a Colourpop order for, but if I am buying something from Colourpop, I could totally see myself throwing one of those Super Shock bronzers into my cart. I will say I really don't need to buy any makeup right now. I've been trying to tell myself to be more cautious, and basically I will never say that I'm on a no buy on my channel just because I've tried so many times to be on no buys and low buys. So I'm just taking it one day at a time. We'll see how it goes. I haven't bought makeup in like 3 days, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Like that's a big deal for me. But I will say that I've had stuff come in PR, and then things I ordered in the month of July that have come in. So I'm not completely, you know, saying that I haven't bought stuff or that no new makeup has entered my life, because I definitely have gotten some makeup in, but I feel like it's still progress and I'm definitely high-fiving myself. Okay, so next we have Fenty Beauty launching new shades of their matchsticks. These are 10 new shades. Buildable cream to powder formula was made to layer on and blend. So there was some color correctors, some bronzers, and I think she also did some blush shades. I definitely didn't feel like my matchstick experience from Fenty was as they're describing. I didn't feel like it was a cream to powder formula, although the highlighter I tried was kind of a sheer highlighter, so it definitely felt more like a creamy like product that didn't really dry down, more like a Vaseline type texture. So I don't know how confident I feel about that statement, but either which way, I don't need it, and I feel like the theme of today's video is just gonna be like, if it's a blush or a bronzer or a highlighter, I'm trying really hard not to buy those right now. Okay, next from Givenchy, we have their fall collection. This one kind of tempted me. I really want Givenchy to release the other blushes they did in this format. I think they came out in Europe. maybe at Selfridges. I feel like I remember seeing something about it and I almost wanted to do it, but it was so expensive and I was like, no thank you. So this is the Prism Libre Loose Setting Powder and it's in a pinky shade, so I don't think this would be very flattering on me. We've also got the Sheer Velvet Matte Lipstick and the lip balm. The lipstick does look so beautiful. It's like a orangey, rusty color, kind of similar to the one I have on today. So yeah, I'm very, very curious. I would love to try Givenchy's line, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that because I don't need any of those products. So next we have Halsey's kind of budget line. This is AF94 and basically they're kind of targeting the drugstore price point. I was very curious about this. I did see they did a pre-sale. I did go ahead and try to shop the products online, but once I really looked at it, it wasn't as interesting as I thought. So I was able to pass on it, but I definitely go to Walmart quite a bit, so I've definitely planned to keep my eye out for these products because you never know. Maybe when I see them in person, it might catch my eye. Okay, here's something I kind of want. These are the new Serum Blush Cheek Tints from Laura Geller Beauty. Refreshing, cooling sensation, and a watercolor-like flush. So there's hyaluronic acid in these, and they basically give your skin a moisturized, youthful look. So I know I was talking to my friend the other day and she was actually trying these and she said that I might really like them. And I was tempted, but again, I'm not buying blush right now, so I did pass on it. And I'm honestly really curious because I feel like Laura Geller hasn't had a hit since like Gilded Honey or whatever, that highlighter that everybody bought and was sold out forever and ever and ever. So it would be nice to see them make a comeback. I'm just not buying blush right now, so I can't buy it. Okay, next we have from Patrick Ta, the Major Brow Defining Pencil, a long-wearing brow pencil with pencil sharp precision, perfect for filling in sparse brows with gel base, glides on and sets for a water-resistant long-wearing finish. I will say Patrick Ta is definitely like the new king of brows for me. I feel like ABH held that title for a long time, but I love the lamination gel. He also has the soap brow thing. It's got a bunch of like brow related products that are really good. Now, I don't really do pencils when it comes to my brows, but I actually did buy a pencil recently, so I'm very excited for that to come in so I can try it out. I'll keep you guys posted in a future video. But yeah, as far as this one goes, I think it sounds amazing, and I'm sure that if you're into pencil brow products, this might be right up your alley, but it's an easy pass for me. Next, one of the ugliest things ever. This is the Uma Beauty Salute to the Sun collection. This is inspired by Egypt. I don't know, I feel like they nailed the colors that they used in this collection as far as the packaging, but I'm so disappointed that this is what they did for Egypt. I mean, when I think of Egypt, I kind of think of the palettes that ZZ Cosmetics did with their, I think they did a collaboration with like the British Museum or something, but it was very intricate, and I just feel like Uma Beauty being a Black-owned brand, they really missed the mark with Egypt. I think they could have just done so much more as far as the aesthetic, so really disappointed in that collection, and it was an easy pass for me. Okay, so I was kind of curious about this collection, but realistically, I was like, you're never gonna use that. So this is the Colourpop and BT21 collection. I know there's a lot of BTS fans out there that probably went nuts for this, but I was really surprised because I think like I checked Colourpop maybe like an hour or two after this launch and the palette was still in stock, and I feel like a lot of people were anticipating that this would be like a sellout collection for them. So interested to see what people think of this collection in general. BTS is a big K-pop group, and so they had a powder palette, like an eyeshadow palette. They also did lip oils and Super Shock shadows. Super duper cute. The packaging is so cute. I was tempted by the palette because of the format. They've never done a palette that size, so I was very curious about it, but I decided to pass on it, and I don't regret it. Okay, so Too Faced launched their Better Than Chocolate collection. So they have an eyeshadow palette for $54, Maximum Plump Lip Injection for $33, Better Than Sex Liquid Liner in the shade Chocolate for $24, Natural Chocolate Bronzer for $35. So they've been dropping some products here and there, and listen, I love chocolate just as much as the next person. I'm watching Trend Mood show these like chocolate videos of these like chocolate covered things. This must have been the launch party or something. So it looks really good. The chocolate does. The palette, I feel like I have already. It's definitely giving me that like, what was it, like a milk chocolate palette, or like it was like the half sweet palette, or I don't know. They had a palette with like a pop of blue in it. So I think this one was a easy pass for me. It wasn't even something that really crossed my mind as far as like, I should buy that, you know? Okay, next I am passing on the new Love Sprung face palette from Artist Couture. I feel like Artist Couture is very hit or miss. Their eyeshadow palettes are generally pretty good, but I haven't heard anything good about these face palettes, and I'm pretty sure they went on like clearance multiple times on Sephora, and I think they were still struggling to sell them. So yeah, I feel like the quality is just not there. I'd be curious if you guys pick that up, what your thoughts are, but I feel like it's definitely going to be one of those BoxyCharm products. Next, we have a collection from Trixie and Juno Birch. So they launched a bunch of products. We've got liquid lipsticks, an eyeshadow palette, and this is a very beautiful all matte palette. I love eyeshadow. You guys know I don't discriminate when it comes to eyeshadows. I also tend to like all matte palettes, all shimmer palettes, like whatever, but this is definitely not for me, not my aesthetic. I think that this could be so beautiful for people that do drag makeup. I mean, the model in this picture, I'm assuming is the collaborator, has a blue face, so having blue options that are mattes could be so handy, because you can set like whatever base you're using, like a paint base maybe, you'd want a powder to set that down. So I think this collection looks very much like it was made to suit the person that created the collection, which is lovely, but I don't want it. Okay, next we have from Lancome. I was kind of curious about this, but again, decided to pass. This is the Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation with hyaluronic acid. I feel like hyaluronic acid is just like a buzzword right now. This is a 24-hour healthy looking glow serum foundation with buildable medium coverage and SPF 27. I feel like Lancome had an amazing campaign for their regular Tint Idole foundation. So it did have quite a bit of hype on YouTube back in the day. And so I can see people being drawn to this, but it was an easy pass for me. Nails Inc is at it again. The brand that bought you mac and cheese scented nail polish is now collabing with Magnum. So these are inspired by ice cream bars, and they are chocolate scented nail polishes. So we've got white chocolate, raspberry swirl, crunchy cookie, glazed almond, classic chocolate, and double chocolate. Honestly, this is making me so hungry because the promo shots have ice cream in them and I haven't eaten yet today. So yeah, that looks delicious. Okay, you guys, I have been wanting this Profusion and Boba Tea collection, but I decided to pass on it. I did talk to you guys about it in a video. I think I called it like eyeing but not buying, because at one point in July, there were so many things I wanted, but I just knew I didn't have time for. So I did decide to pass on them, but this collection is so cute. I haven't seen it at Walmart. I can't promise that if I see this collection at Walmart that I would probably pass on it, but for now, because it was online, it was easy for me to say no to it. I think this is such a fun theme. Like I've mentioned on my channel, I'm a big fan of boba tea. So this is like right up my alley, and you guys know I love Profusion, plus they have a great price point. So I was very tempted, but low-key, I'm kind of proud of myself that I didn't buy it. Okay, you guys, that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to comment on what products you passed on or that you thought were just plain ugly in the month of July. You know I love chatting to you in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in a new video tomorrow. Bye!